I've been following the Wilson Center's work for several years. We're able to address very, very complex issues. But then we have a direct link to Congress. We're able to speak to key decision makers.
The Wilson Center is all about the marketplace of ideas. We're unusual, we're unique, we're congressionally chartered, we're scholarship driven, and we're fiercely nonpartisan and independent. We seek to advance solutions to problems and ideas that policymakers in all parts of the spectrum can look at and hopefully consider.
The Wilson Center is an ideas factory. When you think of the question, where do ideas come from? They come from places like this.
It is very interesting to invite different people to, let's say, one panel discussion that represents all views and all voices. Sometimes there's a little pushback.
It also has an incredible microphone to tell the world what is actually happening.
That's the core mission of the Wilson Center, connecting experts across fields and across regions.
네, 안녕하세요. 제가 케일러 오르타입니다.
Kudwal. John Tonumajuk.
Hola, soy Lila Bed y trabajo en el Instituto México en el Wilson Center.
Hello, bonjour. Je suis Christopher Sands.
地形学部の後藤志保子です。
We focus on some of the most critical issues facing Africa and US-Africa relations.
It's impossible to do this work without being on the ground, without understanding how the United States is seen, how the policies are being implemented.
The intersection of environmental change, natural resources, population dynamics, and security, and connecting that intersection of issues to foreign policy and international development.
Chinese are very proud of their civilization, rightfully so. The heart of that is the language, and you've got to be conversant in it. A few years ago, there was a major economic reform, and the headline, 润物细无声, read literally, moisten things, detailed, no sound. Well, if you've just studied Chinese economy, you can't make head or tails of a headline like that. You have to know that it's a famous line from a Tang Dynasty poet about the fine spring rain that nourishes the shoots, which will then gradually, bloom. So it's not enough to study economics and Chinese. You have to know literature.
The mission at the Wilson Center has never been more important. The international system is going through profound change, and our politics are polarized. Having a space where conclusions are not pre-cooked, that mission has never been more important.
Who we serve are American interests, American foreign policy, the policymakers who craft that foreign policy. That's what makes us unique.
We face a lot of challenges today, but here at this center you have the opportunity to explore those challenges from so many perspectives.
The research is funded by a long list, including the Wilson Center.
It'll be very interesting to read about your conclusions and recommendations for facilitating.
And then to bring some of that knowledge to our Congress, to our administration, to our different government departments.
Our role as public servants and our role as public educators is extremely important. It goes back to the roots of this place. The idea that the Wilson Center, the International Center for Scholars, should be a platform to bring together research, and then we should provide a channel for our scholars to use research to inform policy.
The Wilson Center will help you have real implications, to have real connections to real people's lives.